Alright, welcome back to another Plan Explain. I'm literally just starting the recording instantly. Bringing up 2 good videos out for you guys. I'm definitely just gonna block bet here, probably like with range, close to it. He just caps himself so hard. And not to mention, I could just bet like literally a deuce, I mean. Because he's so capped. So it's not like it's... Alright, here, we could check back, but I think I'd rather check back. Honestly, maybe pocket tens. Let me put the chat over here. I'm not falling for your mental tactics. I was gonna play heads up version, but he said you gotta go in 10 minutes. So what's the point, bro? I'm not gonna go in there, get stacked, and you leave. I'm good. I'll sit that one out. So call here. No queen of spades. Honestly, that probably means it's a check more often. And the reason why is I don't think when I bet, he's not folding a queen to a bet anyway. So sometimes I think people with blockers, they don't understand. Like you might think, oh, he calls more when I have the queen of spades. He's calling a queen. He's not folding a queen on the turn. So now when you bet, do you want to build the pot into a hand like queen jack, or do you want to build the pot like a, you know what I'm saying, away? And I'm debating check jam here. I don't love it. I don't know what I expect him to call. I guess I call off some equity, but yeah, obviously call off queen of spades. So like this might be actually one of the better jams because we have it. It seems so punty to just jam pocket queens here. I don't know. I just have like a gut feeling he's gonna call me, so whatever. Okay, good. I just had a feeling. I just had a feeling, bro. All right, ace 9. I just had a feeling the reopen was strong. That even if, for example, here, the reason why you can jam here is just because, let's say I block the calls, I block the value. Like, if he has a hand that he reopened, like ace-jack of spades, or that hand might call off. But let's just say ace-8 of spades. It's a win to jam. He's not going to bluff any river in the deck. So out of position, it's a little tedious, right? There's no river ace-8 of spades. It's going to bluff. It's just going to check back. So basically, I'm just letting him see a card for literally free. I don't gain any EV versus that hand for calling, right? So... And the fact that I think most of the queen x of spades he does reopen, obviously a queen, but the weaker queen x he does reopen will be the queen of spades ones. Some people, like, you know what I'm saying, in theory, I think so. Yeah, I'll jam it. There actually is some EV of, like, maybe even queen of spades is better to jam because when you get called, you're going to have less EV, but I don't think that matters as much with the set. Yeah. Basically, the idea is sometimes people miss the mark of just keeping the pot small when you have blockers to the less strong hands. Sometimes like it really is as simple as he's gonna have more strong hands, even though I have top set. So I'm gonna keep the pot smaller until the river, because then the strong hands, you just know what the strong hands are. But yeah, so that's why I go for the check on the turn there. I don't know. I'd have to look at the hand, but I think the logic is okay. But sometimes I think people take the wrong lessons from blockers. Like they don't say anything wrong, but I think they miss the mark sometimes on certain hands. Like if you're just thinking of calling range and folding range and check back range, you're missing the mark, in my opinion. All right, how many ace-jack suiteds have I had, man? And I don't feel like I've won a pot with any of them. That changes right now. Oh, it doesn't change right now. Alrighty. Oh, this is not a toss. Are you guys friends or something? Risk in Tokyo? some coaching. Dude, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Brayden, I know you watch the videos. Bro, you need to just, like, sometimes, dude, it's just not that deep, dude. Like, I think sometimes you just have this mindset that it's, like, so deep. Okay, I'm spreading drama, but it's just, if you're watching this, it's not that deep, dude. It's just a joke. He's just saying, like, we're just trolling in the chat. Okay, I got a call here with the open ender, and honestly, the donk jam here, I have a king. Let's be real. What do I want him to fold here? A king. It is what it is. Like, I mean, honestly, wait. Honestly, it's kind of okay, no? I just feel like ace jack ace queen, right? No, he doesn't have those. I'm just folding. He doesn't have it, right? I opened into him. I just got so lost up in my speech here. I'm just not gonna call that. Whatever. I have so many hands here. Like, I don't have so many. I could see in theory why you call 8 of hearts. Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't think he's gonna find enough. He's gonna have enough bluffs on the river. I really don't. I mean, obviously he's jamming a tighter range, but this guy also does jam thin. Like he like, I don't think he's checking back queen jack there. So it is what it is. Yeah, like, bro, it's just not that deep. Ryan just typed, like, let him record, because I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I just be like, I don't get it. I really don't. I'll just be like trolling, like, not even troll, like, not in, like, trolling in a way to, like, put someone in a bad mood, like, just like being a little lighthearted, you know? And it's like everything is like, oh, someone's upset today. I'm just like, what's going on, bro? Anyway, that's enough of that. I think block's okay. I'm gonna fold here. Bro, why? Also, what's the deal with the coaching thing, bro? You saying I need coaching? Guys, let me know in the comments below if I need coaching. I know most of you are gonna say I need coaching, but it is what it is. Especially from Ryan. All the Ryan fans are gonna pull up. All right, you could raise here. It's probably okay, but I think probably prefer a lower kicker than an 8. I want him to have hands like 8, 7, 8, 6, which is going to be like the bottom of his opening range. He's not going to have as many 4x hands, for example. So I'd rather just call. Because if I'm going to be building the pot and polarizing myself to a stronger range, I'd rather him still have more hands that I'm ahead of in that stronger range. Like more flushes, obviously, because that's the main thing I care about. B75, this just seems like a clear thin value bet from him. Like a middling pocket pair. But I'm still going to just call and lose. Here, double unblocking suit. Probably do prefer a hand like the ace of diamonds if you bet here. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not here, actually, because we're gonna get maybe more 3 streets more often. So I don't know if it'll matter as much. The king of clubs being that is definitely good. I think this will be one of the ace kings that does like betting, actually. The double unblocker. I think king of clubs is just so good. Not having a king of diamonds. Not having a diamond is probably okay. Spot. Maybe ace of diamonds, king no diamond. But you're going to be betting a good amount of ace king, right? It's not like we're range checking. Depends how much ace king you want to bet, right? Because basically you just think of the order of the combos you like, and then you think about how much you want to bet that certain hand class. That's the way I like to do it, at least. Obviously, Jack, if we were to raise one, I mean, I could see this getting involved. But I just don't think it's like a real thing. We don't care too much about having some queen X in our raising range on the flop. He's supposed to range lead into us, I know that. on a queen anyway. It's like we're supposed to be kind of fucked. It's like the theory of the spot. I don't know. I'm just gonna block this hand. It is what it is. I don't think he calls ace high if I block, so we'll just do it. Don't think I have great blockers, so I don't want to block it. Like he's gonna fold a lot of queen high. So okay, nice hand. I'll just check this. Why not? What's the real point? I don't think he folds an ace. I'll R75 this. Push the block. I think R50 is fine too. I think he's might be a little too sticky for star 75. Play it the same as an R50. Yeah. If I had to guess. Sometimes people, when you size up, they just, their brains, they just assume they should call more in a weird way. Because in their minds, the bluff is more credible. So they call the same amount when you're just supposed to, in theory, call less, right? Yeah. Okay. And then if you go too big, sometimes it's reversed. But I think people really just call based off how credible your bluff is. And they don't focus on the size enough. And when you play for solid opponents, you really do have to focus on the size. I'm assuming he called the suit though. Yeah. I mean that's a call though, so I'm not gonna dog the guy. I'm not gonna dog Ryan. I think he played. If you were to look at the hand, he probably played perfect. Yeah, double high suit. If he's playing that side on the flop, size on the flop. I think here you only like jam this hand. If you jam, you don't 4-bet it because you can't 4-bet call off. But so you better just jam yourself on a 35. Does this hand? We are deeper. Okay. I'll just call. When's my vid gonna be out? Dude, Dan is one of the funnier people in Ontario, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Except this guy is like way too good at playing versus me. Like my entire poker career. Also, I know Brandon's gonna be pissed at me because. But you see now you're vibing with the sarcasm, bro. Just gotta. It ain't that deep. Oh shit. Is this a spot? Honestly, do we just like B33 and like look like we're on some ace high value bet leveling, just to get? It's probably what. 91. I'm sure it's okay. Like a really high number. Whatever. We'll get on some ace high value bet. He just has ace high though, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. So here, BBB, double bad suit. I think you probably want to club more to bet a jack, but I don't see ourselves ever checking a jack. Definitely want to club more though, I would assume. And the reason for that is your hand is not the most strong, so adding extra equity would definitely be nice. Now, that's a little different. We don't actually have extra equity, and we want to get called a little wider. So I'm assuming probably bet more without it, because it is 2 street as opposed to 3 street. I meant, it's a 1 street as opposed to 2 street. You guys get what I'm saying, okay? Alright, calling here seems kind of jokes. Just because I feel like he's going to make some mistakes, oop. So I'm just going to do some weird call thing. Let's hit a... Oh, there is no BBJ. Definitely going to call here. We would get value. Like, he might start folding king 10, but he's not going to fold king 10 of hearts. And not to mention, yeah. Obviously, ace of spades. That's going to be the worst ace-x that is going to call us down. So this is probably going to be a check back. We're blocking a lot of the... It's going to probably... Honestly, maybe he continues ace jack of spades here. It's a weird spot in theory. I don't know what he does in practice, but we'll just check. And now we just block a bunch of flush draws. He checks. We're just going to be 75 this river. It's really easy to rep like a hand like jack 10 and stuff. He snap checked. I time banked because I keep forgetting I have no time bank here. It's so annoying. Okay, here's the issue, right? If he jams... If he jams, right? I just don't think he would jam here without the king of hearts. So even though we blocked the nuts, Is it more likely he just jammed queen jack of hearts? Because I really don't know what the bluffs would be. Like jacks with a heart? I just, no. So, I don't know. Like, yeah, in theory, yeah. Like, obviously, you can't be that exploitable. The solver knows that you would need to. Not just bluff the king of hearts, because then I could just autopilot call every time. Or autopilot fold every time, like I'm saying. But yeah, that's an important thing I think to think about with your blockers, right? Some people like to just pretend they're playing versus a computer, but you realize you're playing versus a human, right? So the idea of obviously the king of hearts in theory for calling should be good, right? It's just true, right? Like blocking more value than bluff should be good, and he should. I'd say I'd see if you bluff soon in your vid, but bro, what is going on? Never mind. Honestly, maybe his humor is just beyond my comprehension. I apologize. Alright, how long have I been recording? 16 minutes? Alright. Alright, on a 64, we're gonna call. Damn, that's a flop. Let's make... Honestly, I don't think we find the check back. I don't mind just doing some like weird block stuff that might level him later on, because we're so deep. Alright, it's working. Okay, the issue is obviously you run into a better flush draw super often here. So I'm probably going to check back turn. Because I'm okay. Here's the thing, right? Like if I had 6-4, like 6-4 of clubs here, the issue is if I bet and then a flush comes in, it's actually kind of ass for me on the river. Yeah, so I don't really gain that much EV from betting, even though I have a... But I'd rather just, you see, I want some flushes that aren't just a 7 now, because the queen pair too, that aren't just a 7 of clubs on the turn. Right. So he bets big. I'm gonna raise fold this. It's hard. He check raise flop. I think it's a call. I'm such a nit, but it's a call. It's such a... Ugh. It's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, it's just... Ranges are so tight, I can't see that he has enough calls there. Like, how often is he supposed to have a queen? Not very often, right? Like, he's gonna have a lot more boats that he checks and stuff like this. It's just... is what it is. Here on a 35, I guess I'll fold. Maybe versus the 9, it calls pure. Yeah, it's just weird, right? Because I'm playing versus a check raise range. I'm not playing versus a normal range here. So the idea that he has enough value calls, plus like the potential, also when you raise, like the potential that I get bluffed. Like he could turn this hand into a bluff. Like I block queen 10, I block queen 7. Okay, I don't have queen 7. He blocks queen 5 of hearts. You know, I don't think he's thinking too much about that, but he might think like he blocks trips and he blocks, like he doesn't want to call, but he has good blockers. I don't know. I'm not saying he would have bluffed this hand, but I'm saying the fact that I'm not planning to call a jam makes the thin value raise worse. Like when you're planning to call a jam, well, obviously it's a value hand, then obviously raising makes a lot more sense. But I guess people, I think, aren't careful enough with hands that they raise for value that they don't want to call off versus a jam. Unless you know your opponent never bluffs versus the jam, which in micro stakes is the case a lot of the time. So then you guys can exploitively just raise, get your value, and just comfortably fold. But in a spot where you don't know when your opponent's going to just... Okay, top and bottom here. Raising for value is kind of awkward because our runouts... We're going to lose a lot of our value on a lot of runouts. Once you see the second card not pair, it's pretty decent. And, wow. Okay. I think block's okay. Honestly, this might be one of the... Dang it. I was thinking about going for the value. But, he had 2 pair, man. Oh, we could have got the value. He had 2 pair, bro. I'm such a noob. I don't know if you want to block every single ace-x of clubs here, because you do need to, and I was trying to think. And honestly, we blocked a potential 2-pair hand. Not really, actually. He doesn't have kings use off. Is what it is. He only really has suited clubs, and we block it. So if anything, we block the flush draws that are cooler. That we cooler, so maybe it's better to just go for the value ourselves. Because he might check back a hand like 5 deuce on the turn or something. In my brain, in my pea-sized brain, I was just thinking that I blocked the calling range. I think here you want to play checks. With this polar range. Maybe not, though. I could see nines just betting. He's going to call a lot of lower pairs we get value from. I'll bet this. It's also nines is different than tens. Like a 10 could come off. So folding out hands like king 10 and stuff. A little more value. Obviously we lose to tens. There's that. Definitely going to check now, though. We kind of do block bluffs. Alright, here I think this might be a fast play. I wonder, though, if we want the spades more. This spot's crazy. I might just call this deep. Is that troll? No, I'll raise him. I have a suited. And here I'm just going to check and evaluate. I'll just call here, actually, with double bad suit. Is the baiting raising? I mean, we basically had the nuts, so. Okay, easy call versus Ryan now. Good start. Oh, I have run at ones on? I'm the GOAT. Okay, no spade. He bets again. This could be a jam. I don't know. I'm trying to think in theory what I do. Maybe we'd rather have a diamond. He's slightly more bluffs. I don't know. I'll just all in. Whatever it is, what it is. Probably should maybe commit to calling down. I don't know. I think I'd rather call a jack. A lot of my jack kicks is going to be like obviously a jam chance like this the few amount of maybe jack 10 of diamonds, but all the jack X I have is going to be attached to an overcard for the most part, right? So yeah, and he's just gonna push so much equity there, with his overs, that I just feel like you have to have some delayed jams. It is what it is. I'm gonna call off almost every river, right? So the idea of like, oh man, I'm polarizing myself. I don't know. You could take a look at that. There's a lot of hands to take a look at though in these videos. I'll try to post reviews, but I do have to. I'm busy, so I'm trying to get 2 videos out for you guys. So I don't know. I guess check here is fine. I saw the 4 flush and realized I hit trips. Gonna bluff here. I'm not gonna bluff here. Though I do think the 9 of spades might not be his best bluff candidate, so potentially a better bluffing candidate for us. Yeah. Gonna fold here. Fold here. Okay. Been recording 22 minutes. Alright, this is gonna be a clear check, I think. I mean, you do bet a little, but... And not... I don't think clubs is the best bet, so this hand could get involved. On an 84, actually. I will. We have basically like we benefit a lot from folding, and when we get called by 8 or 9x, we have like still 2 overs. And we block a lot of his calling range, and our hand is like, so basically I'm saying a lot of reasons why this hand would gain EV from betting. Right, like folding up better, still having equity versus a large portion of his calling range, despite not being a strong hand. So basically it's almost like we almost gain like more EV when we're called versus a bet, just because of how much we fold out that's better, like ace jacks and ace nines, and or ace nines not maybe folding, but king jack, queen jack, like all the obvious ones, jack 10. And then we're polars to a range that's just pairs A that we block. Like he's not gonna have that much pocket tens. He's gonna have also no pocket queens or pocket jacks. So we should have overs, and yeah. And then you have to look at the inverse, like, it's okay, so we said we gained EP from betting, but then on the flip side, obviously, most of your hands, you have to understand the spot. You're going to be checking, like, 80-something%, right? Most of your hands, what's it called? You're going to want to check most hands, but this hand actually doesn't have a lot of good properties in it that gain, like, that benefit from checking, right? Like, a hand like king-queen, you benefit from not folding out king-jack, and... You don't necessarily, obviously, it doesn't have that good bluffing properties. It doesn't like just getting instantly folded out, you know, etc. Hand like ace 9 as well. You had an ace. You have more showdown and a check line. This hand, it's just kind of a throwaway garbage hand, but it has some properties that I didn't mind. Gonna bluff this one on a 97. I could continue here, but I think we benefit from him calling 8x. So 46. How deep are we? No, not deep enough. I'll just make the fold. Damn. Alright, here's just getting crazy. Man, and I just block bluffs. I just don't think people bluff this spot like this. I just think this is some weird leveling with king queen, man. I really do. But like how? Okay, you know what? You win. I just knew it was some stupid fucking king x level bullshit. But whatever. It's my fault. And I do block the bluffs. I could have found the fold. It's probably a fold in theory, and I still called. That's how bad I am. Off video, probably fold it, but I probably shouldn't be giving away stuff. Okay. I'm gonna bet sometimes. I don't know. I'll just bet this one. We have a club, whatever. Bet the club. There's some heuristic probably with like the difference between the 9 and 10 of clubs here and how much the spade matters. Dude, if I just do this, like, does it just work? This is just like level him. Just troll level. Okay. Now, I do think he folds a good amount of his 10x. Our hand probably does play better, still has a better check. And the 9 honestly blocks less offsuit club folds than the 10 of clubs would. Damn, what a river, eh? I'm just gonna bet, because I can call a raise easily. Okay, so I've been kind of doom playing, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna finish this video on a 39. I'll fold it. I took forever. So I'm recording 28 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up here in a sec. Sorry if I'm doom typing. But let me know who got the better of who in this reg battle. You know, you guys wanted to catch the heat, so I figured I'd take a couple of thousand from you. You know, pay for my trip. You know what I'm saying? God, this game's actually great. I'm not even gonna lie. It's just so funny how at some point in poker, every single person wins. It's just something about it. It just makes it so funny. Because you can just trash talk and like there's nothing anyone can do about it. You know? Like the extent of owning a guy is like, he bluffed and... Alright, I got a spot here. No suit. Honestly, do we put in the check rizzle? Maybe a club's preferred there. Go with them tiny overbet. So I think ace jack can still get involved with that. Come on, man. The jam was coming, and this guy would definitely call me. The sick part is I'm never gonna stop bluffing anyone, no matter how many times they call me. I lost like 8k to this guy heads up, and I think I bluffed all 5 stacks. But every single hand was a bluff. Okay. The computer said so after, bro. I made the right play. The computer said so. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up every single hand here. I'll sit on next blinds. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Check here. So we hit 2 6s. I think he's going to check back more 8x. But it's a wreck. I'm just talking like a dumbass. Never do this. If you're playing versus a guy that you have tagged a wreck, I think his checking range is going to be capped, but at the same point, let's just put money in the middle of the pot. This, in theory, by the way, would be a great check. Because A, we're blocking calling range, duh. And then B, we don't really care if we give a free card to a hand like 10-7 or 7-5 or something stupid, which like a hand like Ace-6 wouldn't love doing that. Yeah. Boom. I could bluff. I mean, I could check because he probably just more likely has a draw. But whatever. Never mind. We got the Maxime. Shoutouts to me. What do you call it? Damn, he checked back ace-jack. You see? Just put money in the pot because sometimes they just check back ace-jack. Alright. Though if you wanted to check river there, could have in theory made more sometimes. So, depends on the rec you're playing versus. But, anyway. But to wrap this up, 30 minutes. I'm going to do probably a study portion. If there isn't one in this video, don't hate me. I really did reg battle to give you guys great content. So, I hope you guys can forgive me. If you're looking to run some of the hands that I'm talking about, or maybe you guys think about the way I do in poker, link in the description for the program I use to get better, which is GTO Wizard. I guess I'll call. I don't know if we're really folding a7 here. This deep, like we're deeper. It gives value to the position player, less value to the out of position player. I'm definitely just gonna call here. I definitely want to just keep in ace-jack of diamonds, ace-10 of diamonds, stuff like this. All right, I lied. He doesn't have it. All right, I'm gonna type GG. Now I think my hand's kind of buns, but in theory he shouldn't really bluff ace queen here. Like he could though. Like so it's not like the greatest card. Just gonna check. Damn. Damn. It's probably a jam, right? Like. Yeah, I just can't see. I'm gonna jam. I can't see how this is ever a call. This is psychotic, right? Like, there's a good amount of hands, don't get me wrong, that beat me. But I just think he has to call some ace queen, ace 10, whatever has played. And it's really easy to bluff if he doesn't call ace king, ace queen. He basically can't value bet it ever, and I just don't know if that's really how he's trying to play. Yeah. He might be thinking more about ace-jack blockers here if he has the ace of clubs or something. I guess it blocks a7 as well. It's hard. I'm not really repping much. I'm obviously repping ace-8, ace-7 the most. That's like obviously the main and then just trapped sets. I don't really think I check ace-jack ever. Jack should be good enough to play for stacks. So yeah. I think I have the best hand here. If Ryan's slow rolling me, I'm gonna be pretty tilted. Yeah, I get ace king. All right. Anyways, that's a banger last hand. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.